Greetings, unsettled souls. Dr. Sam and the Creeper. Get your mask if you want it. Dr. Sam and the Creeper. He gets his mask because you're never allowed to see who the Creeper is. Now, I'm going to be filming the moon in that. Earlier, I made a mistake of filming the ground when we took the walk so that you could see something in these trees here. We don't have a light system because that usually scares any ghosts away. Like when you see that in a documentary, it's ridiculous. But we're going to take a walk. And the reason why we're doing this is because it is said that houses will appear in this cemetery. We are in the Egypt Cemetery in Belmont, Ohio. It is said that houses appear where there weren't any before. Okay. Well, as you can see at that little cemetery up there, there's not a lot of room. I'm going to clean the lens. Don't go away. There's not a lot of room for that to happen. However, the entire opening of the cemetery is nothing but an open, barren road, dear patients and friends. So, it might be that people came into the cemetery on that lonely road. You can find it on this page. And upon leaving, they saw the house appear. So, with that reasoning, Creeper and I are going to, here about 1 o'clock in the morning, it's near the witching hour in other time zones, if you will, that moon. We're going to go to where that's, realistically speaking, the house would have appeared at. We're not going to walk all the way to the end because it's probably a couple of miles, but there's no houses up here. Like, there's not, we made the joke that it would be possible to break down where GPS wasn't. And we already got a slow connection warning. So that's how far out here in the middle of nowhere we are. You can see some lights through the trees. My guess is that those are, I've said earlier, we burped at the same time. Roughly a mile or two away. Closest ones might be a mile. All right. Now this is the exit to the cemetery. I'm going to let Creeper walk in front of me because that gave us something to look at in terms of depth. There we go. Again, this is, you could scream out here and very likely not be heard. There's nothing Creeper making. Don't do that because we need to know. All right, so we're going to see. We're looking for any house. Don't do that in case anyone does watch. We want them to believe anything that we do end up seeing. All right, I'm not seeing any houses. We are looking for any kind of little offshoot road or anything, too. We're going to go ahead and take it. I've been filming for about 3 minutes, and if I make these too long, no one's going to watch them because it's nothing but a black, shaky video. That is awesome. Look at that, friends. I don't know how well you can see it. Let me try to get closer to it. We're going downhill, so we're walking like horses. You really can't see that tree that well here, unfortunately. Let me look up here. I don't think there's any way to explore very much. Hold on a minute. Maybe we'll do that in a minute. But it really is just the woods. However, it's Halloween night, so there is no such thing as just the woods. But, again, we are at the Egypt Cemetery in Belmont, Ohio. Creeper and I are spending the night here. We are currently looking to see if a house appears where there was not one. Now this is the actual road that leads in. If a house was going to appear, it would be over here.
What does?
What does?
Does it
You know, Creeper mentioned this earlier. It looked like a tower earlier, and you probably can't see it, but this configuration of trees does look like a house. He may have solved one of the mysteries. Do we believe the ghosts could exist? Yes. Do we believe that people could see a cluster of trees and think it's a house? Yes. But let's make sure this isn't electric. We've done that before, friends. This looks like it is electric. Okay, so that's somebody's property. And I would go over if I saw a structure, I really would. But I don't see a structure. But I see where they get it from. That moon.
That formation does kind of look like a house.
Now what we will do, friends, is how far this fence looks like it goes all the way. Hey, Creeper.
What? Climb over it?
Alright, here's what we're going to do, friends. I'm going to have Creeper hold this. I'm going to step over it without rubbing my nuts on the electric fence. Hold that, and please keep a close eye on... No, you're fine. I'm pointing the other way. Keep a close eye on that fence.
Is it electric?
I don't know. It looks like it might be.
Touch it.
Yeah. I would step over if it's close or baggy. Hold on a minute. We might go over, friends, just to see that Nothing? Alright, hold on. Just do it. Yep. Alright, friends. We are now in the woods. There's no trail here. We are in the woods outside the cemetery. And we're going to that weird... Now, this is the structure, part of the structure. These trees look like they're making a house. So what we've done is I'm literally walking into a field. Not this isn't even a field. This is the forest. We are walking into a forest where there are no trails. There's nothing. This is like Blair Witch country. And you can see there's some big pieces. Did this used to be a house? Let's see. Let's see what this is. No, just looks like it might have been a telephone pole. That has created a bit of a structure here that looks a little bit like a house. We may have debunked Creeper. Creeper! The one who usually asks the most crazy questions may have literally solved one of the mysteries. It does appear that the way that these logs or whatever have fallen have created a little thing in here that looks like a house. It's not. You see what it is, actually. Let me give you a better look. I'm going to turn the camera sideways, so if you're watching when it was vertical, you're going to have to fix it. But take a look. Take a look. And what it's done is it's created this little enclosure thing. I don't know if it's a telephone pole or what it was. It was never a house. There's no shingles or anything. I can climb over, then I'm going to see where Creeper is, because he has no light right now. Okay, so I could climb over that, but I'm going to fall on my ass. I can climb up. There's nothing out there. It just goes into nothingness. There's no sense in following it. Now, let me see where Creeper is. All right, have you found anything different or better, left or right or anything? All right, let's get out of here. It looks like Creeper may have solved it. It looks like when you walk out of the cemetery, the way that the trees look, and you can't see it from the road so much because it's so dark out here. However, I just took you inside of it. So if you can't see it, it doesn't matter. You don't need to see it from a distance, since you got to be inside of it. So if you can't see it right now, don't panic. But those trees look like a house. It's not a house. Creeper may have debunked the legend. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to walk a little bit this way, just to rule out that people say you went the wrong way. It's a coincidence. You missed the house. It's the other way. We've done this enough times that we know. All right, friends, I don't know. I'll walk up here a minute or two, but I'm telling you now, I think that myth, that legend, I think we found its source, friends. I think right now we're literally just walking to prove a point. This here is what I was thinking. It looks like where a house would appear if one was to do it. But as I was thinking that, Creeper looked up and saw those trees, and then I saw a house for a second, and I was like, whoa. All right, yeah, friends, there's no house up here. Should we go back up, Creeper?
Sure, why not?
All right, we're gonna go back up. Friends, there's no house. You're gonna see this when we drive out anyway. If I don't fall into a mud hole, this has been going on about 10 minutes. If I don't fall into a mud hole, I can take you to the area that I thought would be a good spot for a ghost house, which is right here. But there's nothing here, friends. There's mud, dirt. Looks like, I'm sure at some time the grounds crew for the cemetery has been here. And you would say, well, Sammy, how do you know there's a grounds crew? Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see the headstones. So somebody's taking care of this. You can see tracks up here that are recent enough. But Creeper and I can attest this hasn't been paved in 10 years.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to walk back to the truck, and then I'm going to upload this video. I do want to ask you to hit follow on this page. It's going up on Dr. Sam's Looneybin, and I mentioned this to Creeper. I'm going to let him get in front of me because it gives depth to the video once again. Facebook made a change. I, as your ever humble host, was sending everybody, as is my due diligence, to Neopa. Because if you went to the radio station, you would find Dr. Sam's Looneybin and all of the inmates therein. Facebook changed it, so I wasn't trying to accumulate followers on my page. I was trying to accumulate followers on Neopa, which achieves the same goal. Well, now I can't go live on my own page unless 100 people follow me, even though thousands of people follow Neopa. So do me a favor, friends. Hit follow on this page. Hit follow. That's why we're out here, friends. Not the only reason we love this kind of thing, but that would mean a lot to us. Let's shut this off once we get to the top.
That's such a dumbass thing for Facebook to do.
Huh?
So that's such a dumbass thing for Facebook to do.
He's trying to prevent spam pages, but
He's fucking a lot of people over.
things that look good on paper, like, well, you're not established if you don't have 100 people. No, they're already following. Everything in this cemetery, friends, is uphill. Yeah. If we're breathing heavy, guys, this thing is, everything here is uphill. Now, instead of the house appearing, if the truck was to disappear, we would be very unhappy. Imagine that. The truck's gone. It'd be even more creepy because there's no other road out of here.
Definitely burning some calories.
Oh yeah, we've walked miles, friends. All right. I think we have proven how the house came to be. I'm proud of that, Creeper. Spending the night. Creeper wants to stay till 3. That's what we're going to do.